The morning smelled like hot asphalt and impatience, cars arguing with traffic lights, people walking like the world owed them speed. Evelyn moved through it, sealed inside her headset, 35, white, distracted, eyes glued to her phone like the screen mattered more than the street. She stepped off the curb without looking, confidence born from never expecting consequences. Music thumped, notifications flashed. The crosswalk light screamed red, ignored. Across the road, an old black homeless man noticed the blur first. The car was coming too fast, engines screaming, tires cutting lanes like rules were optional. He saw her foot hit the road and didn't think, didn't calculate, didn't hesitate. He ran. His hands grabbed her arm and yanked hard. They crashed onto the pavement together. Her headset snapped. The car tore past, wind violent, close enough to steal breath. Silence lasted half a second. Then Evelyn exploded. She scrambled up, shock twisting into fury, eyes locking on the man beneath her. Not a hero, not a warning, just black, old, poor. She slapped him hard. Then again. Spit flew from her mouth as words followed, sharp, cruel, practiced by bias. "Don't touch me," she screamed, "you disgusting freak." He raised his hands, stunned, cheek burning. "Miss, the car." She didn't hear him. She was already dialing. "I was sexually assaulted," she told 911, voice shaking on purpose. "A homeless black man grabbed me." People gathered. Whispers chose sides fast. Sirens answered quicker. If this already feels wrong, hit like, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from, because moments like this decide lives. The man sat still, truth trapped as police arrived, believing the caller, not the scene. Police arrived with authority already decided, boots heavy, hands resting where judgment lived. Evelyn pointed before questions formed, mascara streaked like evidence, voice trembling with rehearsed fear. "That's him," she said, stepping back as if danger still breathed. The black homeless man stayed seated, palms open, knees dusty, dignity bruised but intact. One officer asked no follow-up. Another snapped cuffs closed. Metal bit skin. The crowd murmured approval, suspicion, silence. Phones lifted, but angles favored drama, not truth. "Why did you touch her?" an officer demanded. The man tried again, words careful, respectful, cracked by age. "I saved her. Car almost." "Save it," someone scoffed. Evelyn cried louder, insults spilling, calling him filthy, saying he smelled, saying he watched her, saying she knew his type. Each sentence landed like another slap. The officer nodded, bias disguised as procedure. They stood him up. Pain flared through his shoulder. A woman in the crowd laughed nervously, uncomfortable but entertained. Someone whispered, "Figures." Another muttered, "Always something with them." The homeless man's eyes scanned faces, searching for one honest witness, one anchor to reality. None stepped forward yet. Evelyn wrapped herself in sympathy, phone to ear again, retelling the lie bigger, polishing it until it shined. She ignored the broken headset at her feet, ignored the skid mark on the road, ignored how close death had been. Justice to her felt like volume. If this story is twisting your chest already, tap like and subscribe so these moments don't disappear into silence. The patrol car door opened. As they pushed him inside, a voice from the edge of the crowd finally spoke up. Calm, steady, dangerous to lies. Voice cut through the noise like a clean blade. "That's not what happened." A man in a courier jacket stepped forward, phone raised, breath steady, eyes locked on the officers. He explained how the car screamed through the crosswalk, how the black homeless man lunged without thinking, how bodies collided with pavement instead of metal. He said he'd been filming a delivery vlog, said the footage caught everything. Evelyn's face tightened, sympathy draining fast, outrage flickering as she realized control was slipping. An officer hesitated, asked to see the video. The courier didn't gloat. He simply pressed play. Sound blared, tires shrieking, a warning shout, a thud, then Evelyn's slap, the spit, the insults tumbling out unfiltered. The crowd shifted, phones tilted away from her. A murmur replaced approval. The homeless man closed his eyes, shoulders trembling, relief mixing with exhaustion. Evelyn tried to interrupt, tried to cry louder, tried to rewrite seconds that now refused editing. "He scared me," she insisted. "I panicked." The video disagreed. A second officer checked the body cam, synced timelines, exchanged a glance heavy with consequence. Procedure suddenly mattered. They uncuffed the man slowly. An apology hovered, but didn't quite land. He rubbed his wrists, standing taller than anyone expected. The courier sent the clip to the officers, to local media, to a cloud that never forgets. Evelyn's phone buzzed relentlessly, messages turning sharp. If you're feeling this shift, like and subscribe so truth keeps breathing. The street felt different now. Authority reconsidered, lies shrank, accountability leaned in close enough to smell fear. Evelyn's downfall arrived without sirens. No dramatic music, just paperwork and mirrors. The courier's video detonated online, looping her voice saying the quiet parts loud, her slaps echoing in comments and courtrooms. Employers paused, sponsors vanished, friends muted chats. By morning, prosecutors charged her with filing a false report, assault, and obstruction. Civil court followed, where the black man's medical bills stacked beside lost wages, trauma assessments, and a history she never bothered to imagine. At arraignment, she tried tears, tried trembling, tried saying she felt threatened. The judge played the clip again. The room heard everything. Sentencing wasn't cruel. It was precise. Fines that bit, probation with mandatory bias training, community service under supervision, restitution paid monthly like a metronome of regret. The man she struck stood at the podium, finally named, finally believed. He didn't shout. He asked for dignity. The court ordered a public apology, recorded and archived, a retraction posted everywhere. The lie traveled. Outside, donors funded the man's housing, counseling, and work. Evelyn lost reputation, credibility, and the privilege of being assumed innocent. If justice feels earned, like and subscribe to keep watching truth win. Consequences don't scream, they stay. She walked past cameras, head lowered, learning that cruelty receipts never expire, and mercy arrives only after accountability teaches silence how to speak. The city settled civil damages, mandated counseling, barred her from filing emergency reports for years, and required public service speaking against false accusations, racism, and harm, forever marked by truth.